that, you know, he wants to do the YMPD as the ranger station or a part of the Rangers. He is our lead in gang related / animal, environmental, whatever you want to give the labeling. He is allowed to do what he's doing as the ranger, as a ranger.
Yes, sir.
Would you like or not like him pulling in LSPD officers involving his operations? I give him a lot of freedom, right?
I made it clear to I don't know what his rank is. He calls himself the 5-star corporal.
He is, yes, he's a corporal.
Okay, I don't mind him. In fact, I encourage interdepartmental you know what I'm saying, cooperation.
Absolutely, as well.
The issue that I had was that they were all out of uniform, and I know that might seem like a nitpicky thing, but this is just, especially with the recent announcement made by the commissioner's office about staying on SOPs, it just put me in a very awkward position because I am being told to make sure that this is enforced, and you know what I'm saying?
But
and
doesn't
he's like, yeah,
that change with UC operations? You have to have 2 uniformed officers. Am I misquoting that, or?
Yeah, the thing is, it wasn't explained as a UC operation. He said it was a warrant, quote unquote, hop out team, where they just pull up on people and they just hop out of the, you know. And,
incorrect verbiage.
Well, they're not really undercover, right? Are they undercover? Now, if they were undercover, sure.
So their whole idea of the YMPD, their whole meaning is to go undercover.
He said the YMPD, which I love. Oh my gosh.
To acquire the details of a warrant holding individual and to make that arrest with the least amount
you let all the clowns know that share my number
or restraint as possible from the opposing side. So what they're accomplishing is they're identifying.
What's going on? You want to go on road?
Yeah, sure.
A warrant holder written by either LSPD, BCSO, or Rangers. They're identifying if that individual is awake and in the city, at his residence, wherever. They're going to that block, attaining information legally, and then making the arrest on the warrant holder. That is their whole, that is what they're doing, their job description, whatever. Now, if he is not having uniformed officers there, like it's written in the SOPs, or not being on an official radio, 311ing, letting people know, whatever the fact, that 100%, you know. But what I'm being told is, and now this is from Conan, he's obviously very upset, but this is what I'm being told is that he's doing these UC operations with LSPD, just trying to help them get them out of, you know, doing the regular ping chasing that we all hate, and he's trying to enable them to do more. I want this to continue. I want the LSPD to be able to do things with the Rangers to a certain degree, but it has to be done the right way, which is what I'll agree with you. I guess I'm asking, what do you want out of Conan? Do you want him to continue allowing LSPD? How would you want him to do it? Like, I'm just trying to cause as least amount of issues as possible.
Oh, and I understand. I'm on the same page with you.
I know you are.
As long as they are, because the uniforms that they had on said police on them. They were, you know what I mean? It was just not the right police uniform. They weren't undercover.
Look at the picture again.
Yeah, they had tactical vests on. You know what I mean? So it's not like they were going undercover or unmarked. Game warden, I'm just trying to. I'm between a rock and a hard place with this, you know.
Well, how does this not shit look cool as fuck, right? Like, but like for instance, Finch was like, she's like, oh, I've been trying to do the undercover shit and I'm not getting past it, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but come on, man, you got this fucking guy coming in and making shit happen. Some shit you just gotta make shit happen. This looks sick, bro.
Trying to make sure I enforce
like even NY cops, right? The whole point about like NYPD cops are very aggressive. They're very different because the culture there is very different. They're not gonna be like, I don't know. Even Florida cops are not as aggressive as New York cops. But this is just content creation. Like we gotta like read the room. Like, okay, there's content within that.
What's
the short sleeve shirts, those had PD on. Is this so if they're doing UC stuff and they have the vest off, They do not look like officers, but once they put the vest on, that's how they identify themselves, because there's no hanging badge. There's none of that, at least that I know of, which is why.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. This looks like all this looks like is a tactical team for like our SWAT. Like it's just the look. It don't look like nobody's looking at this and be like, this is not police. They're like, oh, this shit is like, you know what I'm saying? This looks like the fucking SWAT mother. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, sorry guys.
Conan told me that they use the vests, so it's like when they pull up on somebody, they're patrolling without the vest.
Facts, bro. And on top of that, so much people are watching this and loving it, because I'm seeing in the comments, people love this shit. That even other cop content creators that are coming in, they're getting views. People are introduced. It's just like what Hutch is doing with the Rangers. He's introducing a bunch of different personalities to his viewership. So when he gets off, all of those people watch them and da 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 da. It's just it's all about sharing and caring and building these people up. So I don't understand, like, that's why I said, like, why are we losing the plot? Like, but I do like the conflict, but I don't like when I'm hearing people are actually getting fired. Like Pedro got fired. It's like, what?
Vest on, no PD equipment visible on the UC. They identify the individual. They slap the vests over their head.
Quiet in my office.
They slap the vests over their head, and then they continue. That's what I've been told, or how I understand it. So that's the reason for the vests. Now, if we need to do a different identifier, I am down with that. If we want to do hanging badges or something else, I'm cool with that. But I'm almost positive that is why those vests are on your officer's chest.
How about this? How about they put together a YMPD uniform and they submit that to us so I can show the commissioner's office and get approval.
What is YMPD?
Apparently, it's young ninja police department.
Oh, ninja. Okay, I thought it was something else.
No. Of course not. It stands for Police Department.
Yo, you didn't say what the Y stands for. You just said Y and then.
Is he not saying ninja? I swear that's what I'm hearing when he says
He's saying ninja. Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah,
harsher than
what
that.
we'll do this is we'll get them to all uniform up, or I'm sorry, to get all of the what they're going to wear during these operations. I will personally send that to you, Fu. And then we'll have DC take a look at it, make sure it's up to standard, and we'll go from there. So it's not,
because that would solve everything.
Done deal. Consider it done, Fu. I'll have that taken care of.
Fu has always been good. Fu is a role player. Fu has always been good. But I think there's a lot of like a little hidden jealousy underneath this shit. Like, it's kind of like, you know, you guys are crims, so you guys are coming here and like, this is what I do every day. And you guys are making more shit happen more than I do. It's not fair. I think that's why Fu's getting a lot of complaints from other officers about that. Because I seen some clips, chat, and they were. Someone sent me some clips. They were, but I'm not gonna put them on stream. But there was a lot of officers that you think that I thought was cool, and they were saying some crazy shit in the clips, and I was like, damn. They were on some hater shit.
Obviously, so with Conan, it will be a little different because he's kind of constricted to what he can wear. But for all the other LSPD officers, we'll have that set up.
Right, guy?
But
deal.
Not to not, but is that actually going to solve this?
Yes, because if the commissioner's office approves it, then it won't be a problem for my officers because it's from the top.
But there's other problems with like Lopez sitting around fucking ping watching what the fuck they're doing.
I was going to start that conversation after our first one. Fu, I and my Rangers believe, and we have evidence of officers actively watching Rangers pings and complaining about locations of what they're doing.
Oh, NoPixel must have been worse.
Here, I got one for you, actually.
Yep.
Barry, after shift change yesterday, there was about 15 fucking cadets. There's probably 20 officers in the fucking meeting. Somebody said, anybody want to take cadets? Everybody's mouths are fucking shut.
Nobody wanted to.
Barry goes, fuck it, I'll take one, why not? Barry, who doesn't have to. So, him and two other Rangers go, they got the cadet out. They got the idea, they wanted to go put money on black real quick. They went there for 5 minutes. They come out the door and Lopez is there, ready to fucking end them. He removes the cadet from Barry, and then reports Barry, and his FTO gets removed.
Barry was an FTO in the first place?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
an FTO. They brought him in.
And then your LSPD officer stripped Barry of his FTO capabilities.
Yeah, I imagine. What?
Who was the officer? That's
Fleming.
She's the FTO lead.
Not of the Rangers.
It's for the whole.
No.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes,
damn it,
is.
DC. Stop
Dude, it's
that
just
bullshit.
a different thing.
No,
I solved one problem and then it's something else the next day.
No. It is very fucking simple, and I've said it 100 times. I've said it 100
Who's
fucking times.
Who's Fleming? Who's Fleming, chat? I don't know. Head of FTO. I know, but who was Fleming? Oh, Foo's daughter. She's here and there.
I've said it 100 fucking times, and you keep saying this stupid shit. It is not the same. It is not.
It is the same.
It is not. It is not. It is not. It is not.
So then he shouldn't take. What the? Was that
What's
just me?
happening?
That was everyone.
Somebody's decorating. It happens.
It is not the same. Especially not addressing or contacting myself or Bird before doing this fucking horseshit again. Again and again and again and again. When's the last time Bird or Ranger punished an LSPD officer with a fucking timeout or a fine or a suspension? Never! So
Dude,
stop
I don't care that
doing
you guys
shit to
don't
my
do it.
officers.
You can do it.
I don't give a fuck. They're not gonna do it. I don't care. At least address
the FTO
me
lead. She
or
can do it.
contact me. No, she cannot.
Okay.
She cannot.
She did.
We just won one of the largest fucking court cases in the whole entire city for government corruption of a soon-to-be mayor who is now serving 4,000 months and $100,000 citation and fine. We can guard and control our ranger station ourselves. We do not need an oversight. We do not need help. We will lend help and take help and work together, but we are not the same, nor do we need to be the same. I understand wanting control, but you do not have it with my ranger station.
Okay, first of all, I can do it.
He does not.
Okay, but what I'm saying, if you don't want him to be governed by the FTO lead, then don't let him take out cadets from other departments.
Again, nobody wanted to.
That's fine, I understand.
Just last week, 3 cadets sat in the fucking LSP lobby for an hour and a half. My rangers are trying to help. They're trying to allow these motherfuckers to go outside.
Okay, I understand, but if your rangers are gonna take them gambling on duty, the LSPD has the right to be upset about
Jesus Christ,
that.
get the stick out of your fucking ass, DC. You have a stick going so far up your ass, it's coming out of your mouth.
Dude, if they don't like the way that you train their officers, they can get upset about it.
100% they can. They can get
That's what
upset.
happened.
But don't flip this like Barry's a piece of shit for doing it. It was 5 minutes.
I didn't say that. I don't give a fuck. You guys bet on duty all the time. I know it happens. I've never seen it. I don't need to fucking I don't give a fuck.
I know.
No. Listen. Basically, okay. So they're moving the goalposts in an argument. Bussin is basically saying like they can't strip him for FTO privilege, right? But they cannot like what he did and remove their officer, which is fine. Like. Basically they didn't like that Barry brought them to the gambling spot. They took the officer, that was fine. But Bustin's saying you can't strip them from the FTO. So Knox is saying, well, like Knox is arguing, well, they cannot like it, and that's, you know what I'm saying? But he's missing the point what Bustin is saying. He don't give a shit if they don't like it. He doesn't care if they move him, but don't take that shit from him. Oh shit, hold on.